Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Sports Under Aiden. I am Darius Adams, and thank you for tuning in. Today we have a very special NBA episode, and we are talking Dallas Mavericks basketball. Now let's focus on my big picture scenario for the Mavs. This season, I believe that the Dallas Mavericks are a Western Conference Finals lock. Yes, I said a Western Conference Finals lock. And I believe at this very moment in time, they are the favorites in the Western Conference to make it to the NBA Finals in the 2022-2023 NBA season.
It became personal with me.
And I believe that anybody who says that the Mavericks aren't even a top 3 seed in the West, or not even a contender at all, shouldn't talk about NBA basketball another day in their life, okay? The Mavericks were only 3 games away from the finals last year, and since then they got better. You look at how they added plenty of pieces in the offseason, which we will focus on in this episode, how they drafted well, which we will focus on in this episode, and just how the NBA and the Western Conference final and the Western Conference as a whole has improved, and the Mavericks have improved as well. Okay, you look back at that Western Conference Final Series against Golden State. Of course, the Mavericks didn't have the size nor the depth, in my opinion, to compete with a team like Golden State. And the Mavericks knew, Nico Harrison, the general manager of the Mavericks, knew that they needed to fix that in the offseason, and they did just that. Let's focus on the two primary guys they had in free agency, which were 2 big men. One who has been a consistent veteran in the NBA and a champion, and another guy who has a lot of things to prove. And that guy that has a lot of things to prove is Christian Wood, going into his 7th season in the league, and the Mavericks is going to be his 7th team in 7 years. And I believe that Christian Wood, I said this in our Western Conference predictions episode, I believe Christian Wood has serious potential, guys. Not just to be an all-star, but to be an all-NBA player this year. Christian Wood has performed incredibly. He's performed like he's a top 10 big man in the league, and that may be an overreaction, but you cannot deny the fact that his play on the court, especially when he's on the floor with Luka, the way that he's playing, he can take the ball up the court, he can shoot the 3 ball well, he can get inside the interior, he can back down, he can shoot the post fade. He can do relatively everything you wish of a big man that should play in the NBA today. Let's move on to the other big-time free agency addition, which was JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee proved that he could be a starter after a solid stint with the Lakers, with the Warriors, and also with the Phoenix Suns last year.
She belongs to the streets.
And the Mavericks brought him here for only 2 reasons at all, and those 2 simple reasons were to play some defense, block some shots, okay guys, defensively, and catch lobs. Those were the 2 simple reasons. We brought him here to be a defensive anchor, and if he does just that, then his mark on this team, his mark on the Dallas Mavericks, can lead them to a Larry O'Brien trophy this year. Let's focus on the Dallas Mavericks defense. The Dallas Mavericks ranked, I believe, 5th in defensive ranking last year. They were an elite defensive team that was only part of due to the addition of Jason Kidd as head coach of the Mavericks. And if the Mavericks want to continue to win games this season and continue to gain prominence in the West, they have to build on their success they had defensively last year. And I look back on how all the narratives around the Mavericks have formulated throughout the course of this offseason, especially since the departure of Jalen Brunson. People, NBA quote-unquote experts, and fans are saying the Dallas Mavericks may be even a play-in team, may be the 6th seed, and to anybody who thinks that, I'm not going to attack you personally, but I think that's stupid. I think that's dumb, and I think that's idiotic. I think that's an idiotic take.
On God, no cap.
And the Dallas Mavericks still don't get their respect. They are the underdogs, and I don't understand why. A team who made the Western Conference Finals last year and got better should never, ever be the underdog. And I understand the narrative. I understand the narrative that people are like, oh, we don't have a reliable or a known second option. The fact of the matter is that the Dallas Mavericks have a multitude of options that they don't need primarily a number two.
No cap.
I don't believe that Jalen Brunson's absence from the Mavericks will have that big of an impact as many people think. People are forgetting that Spencer Dinwiddie performed great in all three of those series as well. The series against Utah, he played great. That series against Phoenix, he played great. We may not have won Game 7 if it wasn't for Spencer Dinwiddie's performance. And in that Western Conference Finals series against Golden State, he performed great. He shot the ball well, he shot the three ball well, and he did everything we could ask for. And we fixed the issues that we had last season. Even though we lost Jalen Brunson, we still have a multitude of great ball handlers. Dinwiddie, Tim Hardaway. I think Reggie Bullock is good handling the ball. And we still have Luka. We're going to run the offense through Luka, and we know that. And if Jalen Brunson decides to stay in Dallas, his role would not have changed. He would be a starter, but his role would not have changed. He knows that Luka's the best player. Everybody knows that.
You know how I feel. Why would you say that? Like, you put me in such an uncomfortable situation. Like, you know I'm not happy. You know I'm trying to see if it'll work out here, and I know that.
I believe the Dallas Mavericks have a very reliable bench. Let me reiterate that again. And they have a multitude of role players that can do all the right things. All the right things. And if you want to win in the NBA, you have to have shooting. Everybody has to have shooting. Ask the Lakers.
You tripping, bro. You tripping.
Okay? And last season, the Dallas Mavericks were one of the best three-point shooting teams in the league. And last year, Dallas finished third in the league in quarter makes and ninth in quarter three-point percentage last season. That's great. We have snipers. We have a team full of snipers. Luka is a sniper. Davis Bertans, sniper. Reggie Bullock, sniper. Tim Hardaway Jr., sniper. Maxi Kleber, sniper. Christian Wood, sniper. He shot 40% from three last year in Houston as a big man. Dorian Finney-Smith, sniper. He was the only player in the entirety of the NBA last year to finish top five. It makes from three from both the left and the right corner. That's incredible. Only player in the entire NBA. Sniper. Okay? If you want to win the NBA, you have to have shooting, you have to have a great defense, and consistent and efficient scoring. The Mavericks check all the boxes. But I think at the end of the day, the Dallas Mavericks will win the West this year. They will make it to the finals. But the huge question is, can they win it all? But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this preview and my personal opinion and expectations for the Dallas Mavericks this year. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. And I know you have a lot of things to say, so make sure you comment. And also make sure you hit that bell for post notifications so you make sure you don't miss a single beat of Sports Time Darius 8 content. So with that being said, thank you for joining us on Sports Time Darius 8. I'm Darius Adams, proud Dallas Mavericks fan, and we will see you on the next episode. Guys, until then, peace.